good morning. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. How are you doing? True Blue Thai here from Thailand. How is everybody in the world today? Yeah, in Thailand it's about 30 degrees, easy, sun's out, the blue skies, and there's clouds, the white clouds. Not so many. Must go with a bit of a thunderstorm last night. Kind of woke me up a little bit, but still. Yes. But it's a blue and white day. And yes, there is a blue and white feeling about the day. It really is, because our club went absolutely crazy. And if being the smart people we've been heavily criticised by some members of our own club, our team, what do you call it, club, our fans, by saying, for instance, the likes of pulling out of the Verts deal about the money situation, saying, oh, well, he went to go to Liverpool, so it's just a saving face thing. Me personally, I was listening to, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of people talk, absolute crap. Hopefully I'm not one of them. But this guy, I was listening to one guy, for instance, I think it was on ESPN, the French guy, and he said it was a bit of both. I expected it was a bit of both why Man City pulled out of all three. I think he said why Man City pulled out of the Verts deal. And when I think about it logically, and for instance, I'm quite happy considering what's happened with Jack Grealish. Okay, I'll come back in a second. Jack, unfortunately, for instance, looks like his time and career has come to an end. You listen to talk bollocks, and all they do is talk about, for instance, about Jack Grealish, and for instance, and it's not Jack Grealish, it's Jack £100 million player Grealish, and they've done that ever since he signed. Guy can't get away with it. Yesterday, listening to idiot, normally like to listen to the sports part, but yesterday, for instance, I listened to that clown yesterday, Spurs fan, what was his name? Not Cundy, the other one, for instance, and he was talked about how he was Pep's fault. Johnny at typical City, big up Johnny, was a goal smart man. He was the person that actually got me onto Cherki. For instance, he did a stream another stream yesterday, calling this guy out, for instance, and saying it was Pep's fault. And then Talk Sport later on in the morning, etc. What was his name? Gabby. Oh God, this guy is so thick. For instance, also reiterating and jumped on the hatred of Pep Guardiola, for instance, bandwagon. And then again, it was another typical talk bollocks, Man United loving radio station. For instance, Southern based, no Man City fans at all. Radio station talking absolute garbage about, for instance, about Jack Grealish and what's happened, and I think it's personal and whatever. Even though he doesn't know, it's just speculation. But for instance, absolute garbage. But again, for instance, they're trying to make it out it's Man City's fault. But they've Talk Sport, Sky Sports, fans from all over all they've done ever since Jack Grealish has joined Manchester City is criticised Jack Grealish and Manchester for the fact that he likes to drink, criticised the fact that, for instance, it costs £100 million. I think that you've used it so many times, it's just ridiculous. And to sit there and slag off Manchester, and say it was Man City's fault now, where he's had, I think I heard yesterday, LB was saying, he was had 10,000 minutes of football, 10,000. He's only had 1,000 or less than 1,000 minutes last season. Okay, but it was last season was the crucial season, was the make or break season. If you know anything about it, I just think some people have very bad memories. They really do, or they have selective memories. And for instance, we knew, and Jack knew, and we all knew going into last season that, for instance, with the importance of the season, he was determined to get his England place back, plus his regular place at Man City. He was going to knuckle down, blah blah blah, and it hasn't worked out. And City said, "Listen, you've got to sort yourself out," and he hasn't. And unfortunately, we've got to face the consequences. So is that Man City's fault? Is that Pep Guardiola's fault? No, I do think it's down to Jack. what's it called? Love you, Jack, etc. But my God, you were given enough chances at City. So, and I'm sorry, what's it called? You were absolutely brilliant in the treble season. I've defended you to the hilt, but unfortunately, and that brings me on to my second point about the price. The 100 million, 100 million, 100 million. If Man City would have got Wirtz and we would have paid 150 million, what do you expect Liverpool to pay? It's going to be Florin, 150 million, Wirtz, I expect. Because the guys say that against Haaland because of the amount of money he paid. Because it's so whenever Man City break the bank, as it were, or go overpay for a player, or as in their eyes, for instance, he gets paid how much Man City have paid, how much Man City have paid. It appears that, for instance, we paid over £200 million for 3 players so far. What's it called in the summer transfer window in these last 10 days? 200 million, yeah. What? Excuse me. It appears that we paid January £200 million in January for Kuzina, for everybody else. The 4 players get in, and even with Bar, which they all forget, we got 5 players in. For instance, it was still 179 million, which was less than 200 million again. And I just think the last Talksport and Sky Sports, they can't calculate, but it sounds better. Just like the 115, 130 charges sounds more grand and about the whole thing. So if Man City would have paid this money, gone for Wirtz and paid all this money, the spotlight would have been boom on Wirtz and saying, and the moment he slipped up, boom, 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 boom. They would want Wirtz to fail at Manchester City. Now he's going to Liverpool. So what's it called? There's no, they're not going to criticise Liverpool. They've already been accused. Man City accused of spending buying the league, buying the Premier League. No. Liverpool don't buy the Premier League. So we've got Frimpong, Cherki, for instance, they're going for Kurski or whatever. So they're going to be spending easy close to 200 million. 150 for Wirtz plus Frimpong plus that one. That's 3 players, and they spending close to 200 million pounds. Right? Okay. Where Manchester City, with the 3 players in, I think even with add-ons, I think you're looking at about 100 mil. Boom. Yeah. But you spent 200 million. Oh, unbelievable. So, for instance, when United spend, it's okay. For instance, getting this guy, Mbemba, whatever, for £250 million a week, that's fine. It's just like, and it's like, do they ever learn from their own mistakes? You've got the likes of Sanchez, you've got the likes of Rashford, you've got the likes of goddamn, what's it called, the grumpy bugger, what's his name, who's gone off on loan, who did well for 18 million, bought him. But nobody can afford. They can't get rid of these players, United, because they're on 2 big salaries. And now you bring in a new guy, and you're giving him £250,000 a week. It's just unbelievable. It is this logic. Who is running this football club? I believe the cycling guy is now being moved on. So I just don't get it. Really don't. They're firing people left, right, and centre. Tea lady, I know your salary is too expensive because we got to give it to a guy who's only had 1 good season for Brentford. Yeah, brilliant. So, but anyway, but again, it's a blue day. It's a lovely Sue day, and 3 planes are heading to Manchester. 3 planes are heading to Manchester. Carrying 1 Tijjani Reijnders, Medical Sunday, I believe. Well done, welcome. Congratulations, come to Manchester. I'll be trying to track your planes all last night, couldn't find them, but I did see something. And then turning around us and happy birthday to you, Tijjani Reijnders, Rayan Ai-Nori, I think that's your name. Happy birthday to you, sir, because it's your birthday today, 24 years old, I believe. So happy birthday to you. Welcome to Manchester City. And Cherki, for instance, after his coming on yesterday, 20 minutes yesterday, scored a goal, made an assist for France yesterday. Kind of more or less confirmed that, for instance, he was on his way to Manchester City on his interview. And so, for instance, and deal's been done for about 35 mil, I believe. So wonderful, absolutely fantastic, and we're absolutely buzzing to see all three of you. So often, they gotta say for the Cherki, people are actually going crazy about him. LB's having a stream at the moment, going woo, because he's watched the France Spain thing. I watched a bit of it. Unfortunately, it's too early in the morning for me. Yeah, you don't look at this good, etc. Back in. Oh dear me. But, yeah. Anyway, so it came on. I did the highlights this morning, but I saw his goal, brilliant, fantastic backlift, and great pass in. But I believe AC Milan tried to hijack our transfer to Mr. of Cherki, for instance. Unfortunately, he said, "I'm already going City." So that's Liverpool trying to hijack him and say, "Going City." And then AC Milan tried, and they said, "I'm going City." So yeah, brilliant, absolutely superb. So can't wait. I expect a "here we go" or a "congratulations," or I've still haven't thought of what I'm going to say when we get a player over the line. Yes, yes. Pep Guardiola in his interview, I want good players. Give me good players, and we've got good players. And I was listening to Crookie on Talksport yesterday, and according to Jim White, Crookie, you're ahead of everything, telling everything you're talking about. You must have gone ahead of the curve. And guess what? In his 20-minute, I saw 20-minute briefings of Crookie, and I didn't see he mentioned Manchester City players once. But you have to start United. Oh, we're getting, and Chelsea and everything. He didn't mention Manchester City once, and I'm like, what? Otherwise, you're going to say something about Manchester City. We're signing 3 players. Planes are flying into Manchester this weekend, etc. To do signings. We're going to probably have a fantastic signing ceremony at the Etihad this week. And then this weekend, etc. And Thomas Sports like with Crookie, who ate all the pies. Crookie, he didn't mention it, and I'm like, why the hell you not mention Manchester City? I don't get it. Really, it's weird. In other news, yes, there is other news. I'm just celebrating my having a happy day today. So, since it is Friday, once here in Thailand. James Mcatee, for instance, is definitely linked with Germany by Leverkusen. I like the link. But other than that, Cherki versus Spain. He had 27 minutes, 27 touches, 1 per minute, 1 goal, 1 assist, 18 accurate passes, 95 passing accuracies, 4 accuracy long balls, 3 chances created, 3 passes into the final third, 2 fouls, was 2 accurate crosses, 2 ground duels won, 1 recovery, 1 shot on target, and I think there were 4-1 down, 5-1 down at the time, was the winning came on. So yeah, so damn, and he did that in 27 minutes. Whoa, wonder what he could have done in 90. So, but absolutely superb. But no, absolutely buzzing. I think I should stop there just because I don't want to talk about it. Oh yeah, Kuzinov, congratulations, Uzbekistan. They got qualified for their first FIFA World Cup for the very first time in their history. He played a good part of that one. But other than that, Kuzinov, Rayan Ai-Nori, the music's playing. Tijjani Reijnders. He'll have a medical on Sunday. Ai-Nori will have his medical £35 million fee, including add-ons. It is peanuts. Peanuts! The others are paying, and Man City in City, it's the amount of money they're paying. So he is called Sunday. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything else because I just celebrate the fact that we got fantastic players, all very well and done, all very professional, amazing, great footballers, great, just fantastic attacking footballers with the new attacking coaches, with Pep Sunning in Spain, playing golf, for instance. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy. I said I'd like months ago to see this thing. I'm just looking forward to having the photos, listening to the what do you call it, the interviews, and then putting on a plane to America for the World Cup. And yeah, so there's a lot more time now. World Cup. I told you. this World Cup is going to be a good competition. Yeah, so I think now we can win it. Just absolutely and I love you leaving Thailand. I just want to have this as a celebration of three great players coming to Manchester. Well done to Hugo Viana, well done to Tiki, for instance, and get guys online. Well done to Manchester City, being a serious football club. And if TalkSport and Sky Sports want to glaze over it and talk about bloody Mbamba and what's it called? Who also going to sign somebody? We'll get out of Madrid and how much it costs. I just believe in the transfer win. Man City transfer win. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, you can't even bang you. Bang, bang. Okay. I was going to struggle to get players on good players. I was going to on cheap salaries. Bang, bang, bang. The football team. We're back, baby. We're back. I'll be back. Manchester City are back, and we're going back. We're back and we are back in the reckoning. And Man City fans can't wait, like myself, to the Premier for the World Cup. Bring it on. Bring the charity for the we're going in the club. We'll be back and fresh with a fresh backroom staff, fresh, and we're going to get next season. Absolutely. One more thing before I go. We'll chat now. What's it called about Manchester City and the 115 and the 130, the 500, whatever you want to call it. Man City being cleared or getting good. You mean getting cleared? Didn't do anything too guilty. I'm back, baby. Thailand tomorrow.